video, I'm going to be sharing with you why ASEA tastes different to different people and what it might be an indicator of for you. Now, if you're new to ASEA, this is a redox signaling supplement, and this video is not going to explain really what this is or how it works. I have other videos on my channel about that, but I want to share with you, once you have the bottle and you take your first 2 ounces and you swish it in your mouth, you might go, whoa, why does it taste like pool water? Some people will take this and they'll say, it tastes like water. I don't taste anything. Some people will take it and they'll say, well, I sense maybe a little bit of salt. Other people, when they drink it, they're like, I feel like I just jumped into a pool with my mouth open. And it can be a really intense taste for some people. And what I want to explain to you is that, first of all, you're actually not tasting it, you're smelling it. It's the olfactory lobes that are picking up the presence of the redox signaling molecules. And so what happens is that when your body, we have found, is more toxic or it has a big imbalance in redox, the flavor of ASEA seems to be more intense. As you continue to take it and your body's balance becomes, well, realigned and you get back into balance, we find that the taste of ASEA actually shifts as you start to detoxify, right? We know that the NRF2, the NRF2 pathway is upregulated by 60%. When ASEA is present, when redox signaling is taken. And we know that the NRF2 pathway really helps the body. It's like takes out the garbage in the cells, right? Everything from pesticides to metals. I mean, all the stuff that gets put into our system, whether we know it or don't, just from the water we're drinking, the air we're breathing, the food we're eating, it starts to pull that out of our cells and flush it out. And so you can detox a little bit. And if you have a lot of toxins in your system, the taste of ASEA seems to shift. For me, it's like a barometer. I know that if the taste changes, something's off in my system. I'll never forget, quick story. I had a bottle of ASEA. I opened it, took, my 2 ounces, started swishing it. And I was like, oh, like I wanted to spit it out. And I went to my roommate at the time. This was, like 8 years ago. And I said to her, I said, try this. Like, what's wrong with this batch of ASEA? She drank it and she said, Danielle, it tastes the same that it always tastes. And I went, oh, something's wrong in my system. So what I actually did was I drank half a bottle because I just thought, you know what, this is going to upregulate the genes that help my immune system. Something is off in my system. Let's get it out, whatever it is, and let me never know what it is. So it's really nice to just kind of have a sense of what's going on internally, because sometimes we don't know on the cellular level. And the taste of ASEA for me, like I said, it's my barometer. It helps me to know if it's tasting bad to you. Couple of tips. Number one, just please understand it means this is really good for you. So stay with it. Number two, you are actually smelling it, as I said, so you can hold your nose while you swoosh. And that's going to help because you're not going to actually be smelling it as intensely. And the other thing that we find is that if you put it in the refrigerator, it seems to cut the taste. So swishing cold stuff can kind of be a little strange, but if you put it in the fridge, it will cut that flavor for you. And just remember, the flavor will shift. I mean, at this point, this tastes like regular water to me. I wouldn't know the difference if you poured me water or you poured me ASEA. And just understand that as you stay on it, those things will shift for you. And again, it's just kind of like the indicator light for you. Now, if you're tasting a little bit of salt and you're going, well, wait a second, I thought this wasn't salt in water anymore. It's not. There are reductants and oxidants in here. You can see videos, experiments I've done showing the presence of something other than saline in ASEA. And what we do know, though, is if you look on the back of the bottle, it says there's 125 milligrams of sodium. And so the redox molecules are actually suspended in a saline solution. So there is a little bit of saline in here, but 125 milligrams, that's like the same that's in maybe a piece of bread or a few carrots. It's nothing that if you're on a sodium restricted diet to be concerned about. And if you're tasting that, that's all you're tasting. You're just not tasting the redox molecules. So I hope this was helpful. If you have questions, as always, put them in the comments. I do respond. I would love to hear what ASEA tastes like for you and how it shifted over the weeks, the months, the years that you've been using it. It's always fun to hear other stories of others. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate you being here.